It's Christmas, and the Young and the Restless cast and sets got all dressed up for the occasion. Soap Hub is gifting you this slideshow full of gorgeous moments from behind the scenes at the CBS daytime drama. Plus, there's a great Y&R video of the sets included. Merry Christmas from Genoa City. Y&R shared a beautiful video showing each set all decked out in its Christmas finest. Check out a peek of Crimson Lights, the Newman Ranch, and the Abbott Mansion in the clips below. In the slideshow below, you'll see Eric Braeden and Melody Thomas Scott posing in front of the Christmas tree at the newly rebuilt Old Newman Ranch. Additionally, Peter Bergman and Susan Walters are all smiles in the Abbott living room in front of a beautiful tree. Joshua Morrow and Raylan Castor pose in front of a beautiful tree at Society. Karen Grimes, Kate Fairbanks, Morrow, Sharon Case, and Castor pose at Sharon's house in front of a lovely tree. Grimes and Fairbanks also posed in front of the tree at the Newman Ranch. So do Melissa Ordway and Brayton James. Meanwhile, there's a great sneak peek of New Year's Eve in Genoa City. Michael Damian and Laura Lee Bell pose dressed in their NYE party wear in front of the piano at the jazz club. Christian LeBlance and Tracy Bregman are all smiles. Finally, catch a glimpse of Michael Graziadei, Michelle Stafford, and Allison Lanier and their grand entrance to the Jazz Lounge. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year from Soap Hub. Enjoy the slideshow below. Which group is your favorite of all the photos? Let us know in the comments below. Hey everyone, welcome back to Radiant Serum. I'm Aubrey, and I hope your day is shining bright. Thank you for joining me. Let's jump right into today's video. Some characters from The Young and the Restless and The Bold and the Beautiful found their perfect partners. Yet, there's a whole sea of people they haven't met. These two shows have had a few crossover moments, so it wouldn't be out of the question for an epic soap couple to rise up. Here are some crossover couplings we'd like to happen. Summer Newman and Liam Spencer. If anyone needs to move on from their respective ex-spouses, it's these two. On Y&R, Summer is still yearning for a future with Kyle. Meanwhile, he's focused on his future with Claire. Over on B&B, Liam is thinking about the past as well. He's going through his Rolodex of former lovers. So far, he has tried rekindling a relationship with Ivy and Hope, all in that order. Surprisingly, neither of them took him back. Liam needs a different woman in his life. Summer would be his perfect match. There's no doubt they would look good together. Also, Summer wants to start a family. What better way than to move on with the hottest daddy in Los Angeles? Victor Newman and Brooke Logan. Brooke was so convinced that she found her destiny with Ridge. But he can't help his waffling ways. She needs to move on with another man with an even bigger empire. Victor is committed to Nikki these days, but how powerful would these two look together? Victor has likely seen Brooke's bedroom line. He's probably thought about her in that way. Just don't tell the wife. Dollar Bill Spencer and Phyllis Newman. These two would be the hottest couple on daytime television. They already have something in common. Bill and Phyllis are misunderstood. They're the outcasts of their respective towns. Bill and Phyllis often take a trip to the dark side, especially when it comes to protecting their families. Plus, they both share a desire for ambition and power. Imagine the kind of trouble they would get into if they paired up. Diane Jenkins and Eric Forrester. Genoa City already thinks that Diane is using Jack for money. Meanwhile, Y&R viewers got a glimpse into what could happen to their happy marriage. What better upgrade than to hook up with the ultimate Forrester daddy? This would be a good way to stick it to Jack. Diane would finally work her way to the top. Who knows? Maybe she could become CEO of Forrester Creations or front their beauty line. What are your thoughts? What Y&R/B&B crossover couples would you like to see? Let us know in the comment section. Audra is a misunderstood soul. She made her debut as a sneaky and conniving businesswoman. but she warmed up to fans of The Young and the Restless. It looks like Nate is working his charms on her, but no one forgot about the trouble she got into with Tucker. Some of that drama happened earlier this year, so how did this mischievous devil do? The free agent? Audra became a polarizing character. She showed up to Genoa City as a free agent. She knows what she wants and goes after it. Also, she doesn't get attached to any man. She would rather fly solo. Audra's been entangled with her share of men, but she's a single woman. She can do whatever she wants. Audra is a misunderstood character because she embraces her sexuality. Unfortunately, she gets judged for simply enjoying sex. That's also because Audra has complicated feelings about dating and relationships. She was in a long-term relationship with Noah. Unfortunately, things took a turn when she lost their baby. Because of this, Audra refuses to settle down. She made it clear at Abby's and Devon's that she doesn't like the institution of marriage. This could suggest that her relationship with Nate won't last. Sugar in spice. Still, it looks like Audra redeemed herself. Yeah, she's still a baddie, but in a good way. She's not a villain like crazy Aunt Jordan. Audra has never resorted to killing someone. It's her loss of control that causes her to make the wrong decisions. Sometimes, she ends up with the wrong people because she gets lonely. Ever since she started dating Nate, Audra has shown a softer side to herself. Suddenly, she cares about being liked by others. Y&R fans saw her cry when she had a sweet dinner with Nate, Devon, Abby, and Lily like the Grinch. Audra's heart grew 3 times larger. Because of this, Audra ended up on Santa's nice list. Yeah, she's like to get a little naughty, but so do most of the GC residents. And for that, Audra will get a nice gift this year, maybe something sparkly. The Young and the Restless spoilers document that Michael Baldwin doesn't have to plead temporary insanity. Sharon Newman could have the charges against her dropped if evidence of who killed Heather Stevens emerges. Viewers know whose hand touched Sharon's shoulder just before she lost consciousness for a second time. Jordan Howard was in the condominium exacting a plot to frame Sharon for Heather's murder. Rather than facing a stacked deck and having to hope Sharon would be remanded to a psychiatric facility, Michael can now focus on determining who Heather's killer is and how that can be proven. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Phyllis Summers wants justice. Phyllis Summers believes this case is closed. Sharon confessed to killing Heather, dumping her body, and framing Daniel Romalotti. Stafford's character also believes that Sharon lured her onto the road near the cottage so she could eliminate her. But Sharon has come to believe that whoever is framing her for Heather's murder and the other crimes that were committed is also responsible for Phyllis' car crash. That driver, who the audience has been led to believe is Jordan, also caused Sharon to veer off the road. Daniel's and Lucy Romalotti's lives were demolished, which is why Phyllis wants justice. However, as Lauren Fenmore Baldwin tried telling her best friend, Phyllis needed to listen to Michael because new information existed about all that had happened. Y&R spoilers. Michael Baldwin working by the book. He's long been considered the best lawyer in Genoa City, Wisconsin. Thankfully, he's representing Sharon because she needs the best defense possible. Nick Newman's hunch about Sharon's medication paid off big time. He suspected something was off, as the toxicology reports proved. So Michael hopes that the bombshell will cause Chance Chancellor to be able to reopen the case. Michael didn't want Phyllis to know about the newest reveal, meaning the presence of a third person in Heather's condominium. Phyllis isn't interested in considering the facts of the case because she's purely seeking vengeance against Sharon. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Sharon Newman is motivated. Sharon had no idea that her medication was being manipulated. Her hypnosis sessions appear to reveal that Jordan drugged her after Sharon accidentally knocked Heather unconscious. Knowing these new facts provides Sharon with plenty of motivation. She's also concerned that Daniel and Lucy are in danger, because the unknown killer is on the loose. Jordan and Ian Ward are roaming the streets of GC. Jordan's been disguised, but Ian was unmasked when he spoke with Tessa Porter in Society. The risky behavior of both villains implies that needed evidence might be gained through the unforced errors that Jordan, Ian, or both make. This site is a leading source for everything linked to the Young and the Restless. Check back regularly for Y&R spoilers and news. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that Chance Chancellor's love life may be non-existent at this point. However, the character's portrayer is riding a nice romantic wave. That's because actor Connor Floyd recently revealed he and his longtime girlfriend, Carly Frey, got engaged. The Young and the Restless star Connor Floyd hops on Instagram to share the news. There's nothing dreamier than getting proposed to during the holiday season, and from the looks of it, Floyd pulled out all the stops to make the event a beautiful one. Carly and Connor both hopped on Instagram to jointly announce their engagement on Sunday, December 22. The happy couple posted a photo of Connor's face, with Carly's hand gracing it, all while showcasing her stunning new ring. The captions simply read, "Yes." The two have been dating for over 3 years, and as of this writing, no wedding date has been announced. Y&R stars jump in to congratulate the lovebirds. Both fans and Floyd's I&R colleagues jumped into the comments section of the post to congratulate the two. Some of them included Michelle Stafford, who wrote, "Amazing! Congratulations!" Meanwhile, Jason Thompson commented, "Beautiful! Congratulations!" Paxton Mishkind offered his best wishes with, "Amazing news! Congratulations!" while Michael Mueller simply wrote, "Woo! Congratulations!" Allison Lanier, who plays Floyd's girlfriend, Summer Newman on the soap, wrote a nice message in the comments section, stating, "Ah." In addition, Melissa Ordway, who plays Chance's ex-wife, wrote, "Yay, congratulations." While Floyd was recently dropped from his I&R contract to recurring status, he continues to remain a pivotal part of storylines. He recently broke up with Summer, but it's hard to say how long that will last. He was closely involved with the Heather Stevens murder case, and here's hoping fans see him just as active on the canvas in the future as he's been in the past. On behalf of everyone here, we wish Connor and Carly all the best as they embark on a new chapter in their romance. Make sure to tune into the CBS soap each day so you don't miss a moment of the drama, and check out this site regularly for the most up-to-date Young and the Restless spoilers and news. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, December 26 promise some interesting moments in the land of Genoa City. Next on The Young and the Restless, there's a scheduling note that fans need to be alerted about. While one character challenges the theory of another, and someone presents a tempting offer to an ally. What kind of drama is set to unravel on Thursday? Time to dive right in. Y&R spoilers. Christmas past in Genoa City. Y&R spoilers note that the show will present a repeat episode on Wednesday, December 25. Fans should brace themselves. The time machine in Genoa City flies back to a Christmas Eve in 1985 when Victor Newman was torn between Ashley Abbott and Nikki Newman. Lauren Fenmore and then-hubby Paul Williams struggle to connect, while Danny Romalotti hopes for a Christmas miracle. REDMORE, Young and the Restless spoilers. AA sponsor stress causes Jack Abbott to have a pill-popping relapse. Repeats can be a drag. The good news is a brand new show is set for Thursday, December 26. The Young and the Restless. Daniel Romalotti challenges Nick Newman. Y&R spoilers for Thursday, December 26 suggest that Daniel Romalotti will challenge Nick Newman over supporting Sharon Newman. After all, Sharon did confess to Heather Stevens' murder, as well as Phyllis Summers' crash. But now that the truth is coming out, Daniel may feel as if Sharon is changing her story to avoid jail time. but will Nick tell him about her hypnosis sessions? Of course, Phyllis did get into Daniel's ear on Christmas Eve, so will Nick be able to reason with Daniel about why Sharon's story has changed? Will he even believe him? My and our spoilers. Billy Abbott's tempting offer. Speaking of Phyllis, why and our spoilers for Thursday hint that Billy Abbott will have a tempting offer for his ex. Will he present something that convinces her to help him bring Victor Newman down? In other news, Chance Chancellor and Summer Newman will talk about their romance. Is this the final nail in the Summons coffin, or is there hope they can salvage their romance? Fans will have to tune in to find out. The Young and the Restless spoilers imply that as this year comes to an end and Christmas approaches, it's natural for fans to reflect upon storylines from 2024, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But what would fans like to see happen in the land of Geno City come 2025? Here are some storylines I and our viewers have on their Christmas lists. The Young and the Restless storylines. All I Want for Christmas is a chic reunion. Teen fic fans may disagree, but there are so many chic fans who would love to see Sharon Newman finally reunite with Nick Newman. The love still exists for Sharon, as this has been hinted at multiple times throughout 2024. Still, the very fact that Nick is standing by Sharon's side, despite her recent confession about murdering Heather Stevens, it seems that his love is still quite strong for his high school sweetheart, baby mama, and ex-wife. But with all the chaos surrounding Sharon, the murder charges and possible link to Phyllis Summers' accident, is there a way these two can end up back in each other's arms by the end of 2024? It would take a holiday miracle. My and our storylines. All I Want for Christmas is a romance for Phyllis Summers. Speaking of Phyllis, she may not be every fan's cup of tea, but poor Red has been single for way too long. Maybe she'd stop meddling in everyone's life if she had a romance to keep her occupied. But who? I and our executive producer and head writer, Josh Griffith, hinted she's about to dive into a love triangle with Billy Abbott and Sally Spectra this winter. But the last time she was part of a storyline like this, the other woman won the man. Will Phyllis' luck change as 2024 wraps up and 2025 arrives? Only time will tell. The Young and the Restless storylines. All I Want for Christmas is for Billy Abbott to score a big win over Victor Newman. Many could argue that having two women vie for one's attention is a big win in itself. However, Victor Newman ripping the Chancellor rug out from under Billy recently was a hard watch for many Y and R fans. Wouldn't it be nice if Billy could pull out a win over the mustache and stick it to him? Here's hoping the writers can craft something up for Billy to finally win at business in the new year. On March 26, 1973, the American soap opera The Young and the Restless debuted. The show began as a half-hour program and was expanded to an hour in 1980. It is set in the fictional town of Geno City. It has been broadcast on several networks and is distributed throughout the world. The serial remains a prominent component of daytime television programming. In the December 24, 2024 episode of The Young and the Restless, Jack Abbott discusses his regrets with his mother, Dina, and tells Kyle to value family time with Diane. Diane attempts to repair her relationships with her sisters, Ashley and Tracy. Phyllis continues to blame Sharon for Heather's death, while Sharon wishes for a Christmas miracle. In the Young and the Restless episode that aired on December 24, 2024, Jack Abbott considers his regrets about his mother, Dina Marjoran. He counsels Kyle, his son, to avoid the same mistakes he made with Diane, his own mother. Jack urges Kyle to spend as much time as possible with Diane and stresses the value of savoring family time, particularly around the holidays. Diane at Society seeks to rebuild ties with her sisters, Ashley and Tracy Abbott. She offers to buy them drinks, trying to ease their stress. Ashley decides to be courteous throughout the holidays, but she is still unwilling to totally forgive Diane. Tracy, while more open, is nonetheless wary about starting again with her sister. Phyllis Summers is still accusing Sharon Newman of being responsible for Heather Stevens' death at her cabin. Sharon tells Phyllis she has had enough of the charges and insists she is innocent. Faith Newman intervenes on her mother's behalf, claiming another person was in the flat when the crime was committed. But Phyllis rejects this notion as absurd and walks away. Phyllis and Daniel Romalotti later talk about the matter. She still believes Sharon is guilty and is annoyed by her new defense. Though he is not yet prepared to accept Sharon's innocence completely, Daniel begins to doubt the veracity of her claim. Phyllis Summers on the CBS soap opera The Young and the Restless is known for her relentless pursuit to get justice or revenge, and this time it's against Sharon Newman. The tension between these two strong women has grown over time, with Phyllis now set on making Sharon pay for actions she believes are criminal. Phyllis's fight against Sharon is affecting her relationships with those she holds dear. Daniel is struggling to balance his loyalty to his mother with his desire to avoid being dragged into her schemes, while Summer finds herself caught in the middle of family drama and her own personal challenges. Spoilers for The Young and the Restless hint that 2025 might force Phyllis to change her focus as unforeseen consequences arise. Phyllis is working with Billy Abbott to fight against Jill and Victor, who are both her and Billy's enemies. She's also putting efforts to make the residents of Genoa City hate Sharon. While her confidence and cunning are unquestionable, Phyllis's strategies might be leading her towards self-destruction rather than the victories she craves. Could 2025 be the time when she understands she needs a fresh approach? The Young and the Restless spoilers. What is Phyllis' plan against Sharon? Phyllis's main plan against Sharon is to make sure Sharon gets punished for all the things she thinks Sharon has done wrong. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, Phyllis has focused on intensifying scrutiny around Sharon's alleged involvement in recent crimes on The Young and the Restless, such as the presumed murder of Heather. Phyllis wants everyone, including the police, to turn against Sharon and keep investigating until Sharon is forced to face the consequences. To help her succeed, Phyllis has been strategic in making alliances, notably with Billy Abbott. Their partnership is built on vengeance against the same enemy, and Phyllis sees this alliance as a way to achieve multiple objectives simultaneously. Besides going after Sharon, Phyllis and Billy are also planning to defeat Jill Abbott and Victor Newman. Phyllis's determination knows no bounds, and she's proven she's willing to manipulate, scheme, and even sacrifice personal relationships to see her plans through. But her focus on getting revenge has made her close ones worry that her actions might cause more problems than solutions. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Why is there a need for Phyllis to reconsider her plan? Phyllis's obsession with Sharon is starting to backfire, as her actions are pushing away her close ones on The Young and the Restless. Her son Daniel is becoming more cautious about her intentions and actions, finding it hard to balance his love for his mom with the negative effects of her plans. Her daughter Summer is also caught between supporting her mom and keeping her own peace and happiness, especially as she deals with her relationship with Chance. Also, Phyllis's partnership with Billy has its risks. While they both dislike Jill and Victor, Billy's impulsive behavior and tendency to act without thinking could lead to a big failure in their teamwork. If their plans don't work out, Phyllis might end up without any allies and face strong opposition from those she tried to hurt. Another critical factor is the possibility that Sharon may be proven innocent of the accusations Phyllis has made against her. If this occurs, Phyllis could seriously harm her own credibility and reputation in Genoa City. Instead of being seen as a smart, determined fighter, she could become an outcast, known only for her baseless fights and inability to let go of old grudges. Lastly, Phyllis's health and emotional state could be at risk. Holding on to so many grudges at once may leave her vulnerable to stress and burnout. The Young and the Restless spoilers tease that Victor Newman is back at playing little games. The industry titan notorious for stirring trouble in the corporate world is ready for another shakeup at Newman Media. The CBS soap viewers must have thought Adam Newman had secured his spot as CEO for the long haul. However, Victor might burst our bubble soon by giving Adam the corporate boot. So who might be next in line to take on the role? The Young and the Restless spoilers. Victor eyes a new Newman Media CEO. The Young and the Restless spoilers confirm that the Newman patriarch is the king of cunning strategies. Victor has the knack for keeping everyone guessing and thrives on pitting his loved ones against each other. Now he's back at it again, and Adam might have to bear the brunt this time. Earlier, Victor placed him at Newman Media to come out on top of the corporate race. It was a wise decision since Adam led an impressive smear campaign against Billy Abbott. Ultimately, Billy was thrown out of the picture. Moreover, Victor appointed his wife, Nikki Newman, to take charge at Chancellor. Now, Adam's utility in Victor's grand scheme might come to an end. Meanwhile, the ever-ambitious Claire Newman has been gracefully climbing the corporate ladder. She's assisting Nikki and proving she can handle intense business drama. Subsequently, the Y&R spoilers suggest that Victor might see Claire as the perfect candidate to lead Newman Media. Will it be Adam's Claire? We guess it's about time for Adam to leave the CEO chair. The aftermath? All hell will break loose if Victor puts Adam's job in jeopardy. Adam has already clashed with his father countless times. Similarly, he wouldn't accept this betrayal and rather lose his calm this time around. And guess what? Adam won't keep the rivalry limited to Victor and might target Claire too. A brewing feud with Claire could be the next chapter in the Newman family drama. Victor's surprises always come with a twist, and this corporate power play might redefine the Newman family dynamic again. The Young and the Restless spoilers confirm that Kyle Abbott and Claire Newman have made their relationship official. Unfortunately, the mustache is less than impressed. He let Claire know that he was not on board with her relationship with Kyle. However, Claire Grace Newman stood her ground and told her grandfather that she will take the decisions regarding her romantic life. Kiss kiss, little does reformed Ms. Goody Two-Shoes know that this is not the Newman way. Once Victor Newman makes a decision about something, he sees it through, whether the other person likes it or not. Honestly, the Young and the Restless spoilers are proof that it is much easier to just agree with Victor than battle his ire. Unfortunately, it seems that Claire will learn it the hard way. The latest spoilers hint that Kyle and Claire may become our next star-crossed couple on the soap. And Victor may have a huge role to play in their separation. Currently, both Kyle and Claire are convinced that they have found lasting happiness with each other. Sadly, that is always a call for trouble. After all, happy endings are a myth on soaps, aren't they? In the upcoming episodes, Victor may manage to find some dirt on Kyle that he may use to blackmail him. After all, Kyle has made his fair share of mess-ups in the recent past, so it won't be that difficult for Victor to come up with something that he can use against his granddaughter's new boo. However, it would be interesting to see how Claire reacts to Victor blackmailing Kyle. We all know how tough it can be to get back into the swing of things at work after the holidays. And none of us need anything to make it even worse. But that's what poor Christian Jules Leblanc is already facing on his return to shooting The Young and the Restless. Michael's portrayer took to Instagram to share his tragic news. Well, tragic might be overselling it a bit. Leblanc, though, sold it just the right amount. Literally in the lounge, getting ready to go to New Orleans for a food fest, he shared, "And I look at my script on my first day back after this trip. There's a big BMU, which means body makeup, which means somebody's gonna have to show their body the first day after vacation." The news clearly stressed the poor guy out as he munched away on a bagel. Mom, bagels. "And I brought all my elastic waist pants," Leblanc lamented in between bites. probably hide behind Tracy. So sad. Well, Merry Christmas. Check out the full, hilarious holiday message below. Fortunately, Laura Lee Bell was there to empathize in the comments and offer some encouragement, writing, "Oh no, you'll look marvelous, darling." But Bregman was a lot less sympathetic to her hubby. "Haha," she laughed. "Thank God it's you. I just read it, so does that mean he can or can't hide behind her for the scenes?" The Young and the Restless spoilers update for Thursday, December 26, reveals that Summer Newman and Chance Chancellor will have a long overdue conversation. I and our fans will recall how Summer blew up at Chance over Daniel Romalotti Jr.'s Michael Graziadei arrest and how he handled that whole investigation. It left Summer thinking they probably shouldn't see each other for a while since Chance wasn't sorry for doing things by the book. Summer later hinted to Kyle Abbott that she may not have a future with Chance anymore, but they haven't made an official decision about their relationship at this point. That's why Summer and Chance will need to sit down for a meeting on Thursday's I and R episode. It'll give Chance and Summer an opportunity to talk about their true feelings in the here and now. Will Summer and Chance agree to try again, or just go ahead and throw in the towel on their romance? No matter what choice they make, Chance and Summer's future will be decided soon enough. In the meantime, Billy Abbott and Phyllis Summers will reconvene for an important discussion of their own. Daniel did his best to convince Phyllis that Billy was destined to fail in his plot against Victor Newman. Since Billy is just going to stir up trouble and pull Phyllis into a mess, Daniel is hoping his mom will accept his words of wisdom and stay away from all that. However, Billy will work to entice Phyllis with a proposition on Thursday's show. It sounds like Billy's offer will somehow sweeten the pot and make this revenge alliance a little more tempting. In the end, Phyllis may not be able to resist going all in on this partnership with Billy, regardless of what Daniel has to say about it. Speaking of Daniel, he'll corner Nick Newman and create some tense moments across town. Daniel may push Nick for answers since Phyllis told him that Sharon Newman now claims there was a third person in the apartment with her that night. Sharon changed her story and insists someone else targeted Heather Stevens while she was unconscious, so Daniel will wonder what he's missing here. Nick may confess that Alan Laurent led Sharon through some eye-opening hypnosis sessions, but Daniel may be skeptical about the memories that those sessions brought back. Daniel may wonder how Nick can be sure Sharon isn't making all this up to save herself under the circumstances. Nevertheless, Nick will defend Sharon and work to convince Daniel that he should be on Sharon's side too. The real culprit is still out there, so Nick may pressure Daniel to get on board if he wants true justice for Heather. Daniel will question Nick's total faith in Sharon, but Nick won't waver from his loyal support. Based on our predictions, Jordan and Ian Ward could make some more mistakes that'll trip them up in the coming episodes. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Nick will be on the lookout for any other clues that could help prove who's actually responsible for Heather's demise. So stay tuned for updates on any shocking news to come. It's the place to be for sizzling Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, news, and updates, so make us your favorite hotspot. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of December 30, January 3 reveal that Adam Newman may go into protective mode after Chelsea Lawson delivers some troubling updates. It's possible this will have something to do with Connor Newman's mental health if something triggers an OCD-related setback. However, we also can't ignore the possibility that Chelsea will find out Ian Ward is back in Genoa City. If Adam finds out about Ian's return, he may vow to keep Chelsea and Connor safe from his old partner in crime. This could give Adam an opportunity to play the hero. Since Victor Newman offered to let Adam live in the old ranch house, Adam might pressure Chelsea and Connor to live there for their own protection. As for Ian, his plot to pull Tessa Porter closer may not work out much longer. Tessa currently believes Ian is a harmless prison chaplain named Warren Masters, but the truth about his identity is going to shock her sooner or later. Since Ian is the cult leader who threw Maria Copeland's life into turmoil, Tessa will eventually fume over getting duped. Maria and Tessa may come together to protect area Porter Copeland from any danger that might be brewing. Of course, the moment Nick Newman discovers Ian's comeback, he may suspect that Ian had a hand in Sharon Newman's drugging and Heather Stevens' demise. Jordan has been doing Ian's dirty work, so it'll be interesting to see how her part in all this comes to light down the road. In the meantime, Billy Abbott's plot to make Victor Newman pay and get Chancellor back will come with some twists and turns. Will Billy drag Phyllis Summers into trouble just like Daniel Romalotti feared? Over with Nate Hastings and Audra Charles, they'll have to figure out the next steps in the search for Damien. After things take a wrong turn in Los Angeles, Audra and Nate will need to have a strategy session. Nathan Owens is expected to be playing Damien, but his first Y&R appearance isn't until January 8. That could mean Damien will give Nate and Audra the slip for a bit, but Nate will inevitably meet his half-brother in the not-too-distant future. The Young and the Restless spoilers say the week of December 30, January 3 will bring some curveballs, so stick with us for all the stunning news and more predictions on any erupting chaos. It's the place to be for the hottest Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, updates, and news, so make us your one-stop Y&R source. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Billy Abbott recently turned to Jack Abbott with a big request that was quickly rejected. Although Billy wants to destabilize Chancellor and scoop it up for next to nothing once he's done, he still needs a capital investment to make this revenge plot a success. Billy asked Jack for the money he needed, but Jack refused to participate in a scheme that would hurt Nicky Newman. Besides, Jack doesn't think it's a good idea for Billy to seek vengeance, and would much rather see him let all this go. My and our fans know Billy isn't going to do that, so he's got limited options here. It's possible Billy will shift his strategy and get revenge on Victor another way, but that wouldn't get him Chancellor back like he wants. With that in mind, Billy's best strategy is to rely on a different investor, perhaps someone who also has a grudge against Victor over what he views as a stolen company. What if Billy teams up with Tucker McCall, who's been off licking his wounds due to Audra Charles stealing Glissade with Victor's help? Tucker has probably figured out by now that Victor was the one pulling the strings when it came to that scheme. Since Tucker isn't the kind of guy to forgive and forget, he might decide to make Victor pay for that eventually. Whether Trevor Street John returns or the show recasts with another actor, it makes sense for Tucker to resurface at some point. Tucker went out with a whimper, so he deserves to come back with a roar. Since Billy disowned Jack and made it clear that he doesn't trust his brother, he'll have to figure out some other strategies. Billy doesn't trust Tucker, either, since he's got a contentious history with the Abbotts, but that doesn't matter much now that Billy's distancing himself from his own family. Maybe Billy could decide that the enemy of his enemy is his friend in this situation and join forces with Tucker for payback on Victor. Of course, Billy would have to be careful about Tucker's ulterior motives, but he might be willing to risk an alliance with him. Would you like to see Tucker McCall return in some form? Do you think Billy and Tucker should team up for revenge on Victor? The Young and the Restless spoilers say Billy will continue making confident predictions about winning, so stay tuned for updates on whether he'll get the victorious news he's counting on. We'll have other sizzling Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, news, and updates to check out, so make us your go-to Y&R source. As this year's slate of holiday-themed movies wraps up, soap alum Victoria Rowell stars in Blended Christmas, the finale of the festive programming lineup, dropping on streaming service BT Plus on Wednesday, December 25. The first network feature from writer/director Tamala Baldwin follows newlyweds April and Michael, who have to cancel their tropical Christmas honeymoon when his ex-wife, Nicole, is injured in a freak accident, and they must take care of her and the kids. Thanks to a little help from a holiday angel, Raoul's character, Lillian, who happens to be the nurse on duty at the emergency room when Nicole is brought in, who helps the couple navigate the chaos. The heartwarming story explores the challenges of blending families together. Blended Christmas is just one of several holiday movies Raoul has appeared in this year. She also starred alongside fellow daytimer Aaron D. Spears this season in A Christmas Miracle for BT+. I love my Christmas families, the actress commented on Instagram post shared by Dalton promoting the film. In reply to Raoul, Freeman wrote that it was such an honor to work with you. You are so magical. Raoul joined the cast of Y&R as Drusilla Winters back in 1990, quickly becoming a fan favorite. During her time in Genoa City, the actress earned 3 Daytime Emmy Award nominations for Outstanding Supporting Actress and took home 11 in double ACP Image Awards. She also created, directs, and stars in The Rich and the Ruthless, a soap that streamed on BT+, and can currently be seen on Prime, YouTube, and the Roku channel. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.